at 6.
When the plant closed back in about 1948, everything was just kind of abandoned in sight, including the coal tar in these underground tanks.
Now at 6, taking a toll on the St. Mary's River. How leftover oil is causing a problem decades later. Hello, I'm Mark Mellinger.
And I'm Megan Stemble in for Heather tonight. Crews have been working on that problem for a few years.
But the oil is still in the river. In tonight's top story, News Channel 15's Matt McCutcheon has been digging into why that is and what's being done about it. Matt?
Yeah, Mark, the city actually lowered the river level as part of routine maintenance. When you factor in that, with the lack of rain we have downtown right now, you can see there's something pretty fishy in the river. In the river, you can see it, you can smell it. The oil's been there for at least 2 or 3 years.
Over the years, those tanks started to deteriorate, the coal tar got into the soil, and then what started happening, it actually started to find its way into the river.
It's part of Fort Wayne history.
Hall's Gas House got its name from the fact that there's a manufactured gas plant here.
The tanks were closed for good in 1948. They're under what's now a parking lot and sat idle for decades until they started leaking fuel. In January of this year, crews removed that fuel and took it to an environmentally safe landfill. Then it was on to filling in the tanks.
You inject a cement-type mixture, and it solidifies all that remaining soil so that between the removal and the solidification of the soil, any remaining coal tar in the site is not going anywhere.
Wells like this one were set up around the site. Its contents continue to be tested by NIPSCO and environmental crews. If no more coal tar is leaked after a period of time, a permanent cleanup solution for the river will be determined by the state's environmental agency and NIPSCO.
November of last year, we actually started the process of addressing the river by putting down some absorbent mats to absorb any oil that might be released from the river. That's kind of a test. It's never been used in a river this large before. That might be a short-term solution. It might be the long-term solution.
Now, NIPSCO says there isn't really any immediate danger to humans, to people, or to wildlife here in the environment. They have placed several resources about all that on their website, and we have a link to that on ours at wayne.com. Meanwhile, NIPSCO expects the entire cleanup process to cost about $7 million, all of that shouldered by NIPSCO. Live downtown from the mobile newsroom, Matt McCutcheon, News Channel 15.